If you drive around downtown Fayetteville, you'll likely come upon this lot on Gillespie Street, right next to the courthouse. You might think it's under construction, but if you look more closely, you'll notice work hasn't happened in quite some time. Signs faded, weeds growing.
I believe the previous board rushed to make some decisions before we took office.
Kirk Devier, chairman of the Cumberland County Commissioners, told us he inherited this project when he took office late last year. The previous board approved the project and broke ground just a few days before the general election. It was supposed to become the new Crown Event Center, relocating the Crown Theater and Arena built in 1967, just a couple miles outside of downtown. When the new commissioners took over, they looked at the future of the project, the minimum $144 million that still needed to be spent, the survey of 11,000 residents that said they'd rather have the event center in the old location, and they decided to scrap the project.
It was not an easy decision. You know, there are people very passionately on both sides of this.
Roughly $36 million of taxpayer money had already been spent, like nearly $6 million to an architect, and roughly $6 million more on construction costs. Materials like steel, which has gone up in price since President Trump levied 50% tariffs on steel on almost all of our trading partners.
Our goal is to see what parts of those materials can be reclaimed or reused. Either working with our manufacturers, working with our vendors to see what can actually be recouped.
And as for the lot on Gillespie Street,
that was a free parking lot, and we lost about 220 spaces. So our staff is in the process of looking at a couple options for how we can regain some parking in and around that lot.
Now, the county commissioners plan to meet here next month to have a conversation about what the next steps could be here. And one of the things that they're looking at, because now they have this cash and this expected tax revenue that was going to go toward towards finishing this project. Well, now one of the big options is using some of that money to renovate the existing Crown Theater and Arena. Live here in Fayetteville, Sydney Schofield, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Yes.